What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Tony Hawk's Project 8. Last episode I discussed and recapped my current problems with my stomach and whatnot. And I said I was going to continue it, but I really don't know what I'll continue it with, other than that I really recommend that you guys don't be afraid to consult help when it comes to mental or physical issues, because I was scared at first to confront my parents with my stomach issue because I didn't really know what it was, and I wanted to kind of just, I don't know, I was just kind of scared. It's that weird anxiety, you know? Yeah, and I'm really thankful that I did, because they took very good care of me. It's the same with my anxiety issues where, you know, you gotta tell people how you feel. You can't bottle it up. I bottle a lot of things up, and that seems to be killing me in the long run. I've been having a lot of anxiety issues just recently, and it's unfortunate, but you know, I'm not gonna pretend that I know what I'm doing. So I would recommend reaching out to help, because it's very important that you talk to somebody about your issues, because it's very serious when it sorry, I got something in my throat. It's very serious, and I'm slowly figuring that out. I did sign up for counseling. They haven't gotten back to me, which is really pissing me off, but I'll eventually get into counseling when they eventually call me back. You'd think it would be a priority with somebody with the checkups I've been having lately with the doctor. But currently I'm having a little bit of stomach discomfort. Last time I had, when the big issue happened, it was a week-long thing where my stomach was in absolute discomfort. It was absolutely giving me mental breakdowns and so much anxiety. The doctor had told me to take laxatives, and I've never taken laxatives in my life before. And you know, when you think of it, or at least when I thought of it, you think like, oh, you're gonna like shit your brains out. I'm not gonna lie and say that, you know, mine wasn't like that. You know, I don't really know other reasons for laxatives other than digestion issues and like things being blocked up. But all it does is soften the blow and make things bearable. But it is pretty uncomfortable. But you don't like sit there on the toilet and, you know, it's not like a fire extinguisher blasting out your ass. I honestly, if I can just be gross for a second, I wish it was like that, because it would have really helped my cause, because it was in such minor increments that it was so uncomfortable. I'm gonna stop talking about that kind of thing. It was one of the worst experiences. I didn't take any for the stomach discomfort I'm having now, because I think I can just pass this one. I feel fine. You know, I'm having a little bit of, you know, panic here and there, but I don't think I'm going to have an anxiety attack over it. My parents aren't currently home. My dad will be home in an hour. So I'm occupying my time, which is a really important thing that I've been trying to do. Beforehand, I'm going to keep referring back to it because it's a really weird, black and white situation where the first time where the stomach pain happened, I didn't want to be in my room at all. I couldn't get my mind off anything at all. And I want to stress again how important it is to have somebody be there for you, and that you be there for somebody when they're having those mental issues and or stomach issues, you know, for that matter. Because when you're having those mental issues, I know I'm talking over a cutscene, I'm really sorry, but I'm on a roll here with my thoughts. when you're having those mental issues and those stomach issues, you can't think of things that you would normally think of. You know, when you're having a stomach issue, if someone asks you, "What are you hungry for?" You can't say, "Oh, that sounds good right now." Like, you can't think of food when your stomach is like that because you're like, "I don't want to eat a single thing. I'm going to pop." But having that external support, such as my amazing and loving parents, I just cannot tell you how incredible my family is. I'm so fortunate. Um, they would pester me in the nicest way possible. That's what I'm going to use pester as a nice word. They would be like, "Do you want this?" I said, "No." "Do you want this?" "No." But they would eventually reach that one thing where it would be like, you know, that does sound kind of good. I think I can get that down. So it's that thing, and it happened again. And this was probably one of the most amazing things that I wish I could give my dad of the year for this, because this immediately made me feel so much better. Where I was still. This is a side story that leads to it. I'll tell the side story because it is literally very important to it. Um, you know, so I got the burps. I just had some orange juice, and it's kind of making me gassy, which is good because I gotta relieve that. So it's a good thing. So you're probably arguing with me where it's like, if you had anxiety medication and you were having these anxiety attacks, why wouldn't you take the medicine? Especially since one of them worked. Well, I did consult my doctor about that when I told him, and he said, yeah, you should take them, just until the stomach pain is over and stuff like that. We'll get you signed up for counseling. So the first day, when I came back from that appointment, and I was still having the stomach issues, I ended up taking the anxiety medication. It worked great. I fell right asleep, and I was in heaven. I was having a great time. But the next day happened. I went back to work, and I came home from work, and I was still having some minor stomach problems. And I took the medication when I came home, and I expected to just go to sleep because I was tired. Being sick obviously makes you very tired. So I gotta have some water. Sorry. So I took the medicine, and it only lasts for 4 hours. So you're pretty much supposed to fall asleep within those 4 hours. But I didn't. When hour 3 came around, I started coming off of it. And I'm going to get on a really serious note, and I'm sorry if this is a touchy subject. But it's real, and I like being transparent with you guys. But when I came down from my anxiety medications, I experienced very dark thoughts, including suicide and self-harm, where I would close my eyes and I would picture it, and I felt nothing but just pure sadness with it, because I didn't want that. I didn't want to think like that, but my mind kept traveling to it. And unfortunately, it's not the first time I've had those thoughts. I had a rough, patch throughout my life, but this time it was more of a scatterbrain thing where I would be, I couldn't think straight, so I would my mind would just race, and I couldn't get my mind in a single spot. So I would sit there. I ended up going out to my dad was taking a nap in the living room. I went out there again, like I did the first time when I had the stomach pains, and I said that because I was in my bed when I was having those thoughts. So I just lied there on the couch, on another couch with him there while he was taking a nap, and these thoughts were just going through my head, and I was losing my mind, and I was scared, and I was afraid that I was actually going to hurt myself, even with my dad being right there. So I told him what I was thinking, and there's another scary part to it, where since it was anxiety medication, I couldn't have anxiety. I knew it was there, but it wasn't happening in my body. So it was really weird. I really don't know how to describe it other than it was really scary because I didn't know what was going on. So my mind was scattered and I couldn't focus. And I told my dad exactly what I was thinking, how I was having suicidal thoughts. And this is where he becomes dad of the year, where, you know, he drops everything, you know, his nap is over, and, you know, obviously he has to tend to me. And I couldn't, for the life of me, think of anything that would cheer me up. I couldn't think of a single thing. I was so flustered and so scared. And my dad, being the most amazing person in the world, he suggests to me, he's like, do you want to watch Back to the Future out here? I'll watch it with you. And I'm actually kind of tearing up thinking about this now. But I said, yes, actually, that sounds absolutely amazing. Because all my, you know, friends online, friends in real life, my girlfriend, my family too, they know how much I absolutely just love that movie. I love it so much. I love Back to the Future more than, almost as much as Tony Hawk. If it's like, it's right there. It's right at the neck where how much I love Back to the Future. And my dad sat there, you know, treated to me, watched the first Back to the Future, and I shit you not, he even watched the second one with me. And I don't know, it was incredible. I felt so much better. I can't even tell you. I felt a stress off my shoulders because of how amazing and supportive he was. But sorry, I actually got kind of lost in my gameplay there. I didn't realize I was quiet. But yeah, I gotta seek help. I'm not doing so well. Seems I've been pretty happy these past few days, other than obviously I overate again and I'm not feeling so good in the stomach. I feel myself because I'm overcoming the feeling that comes with the stomach issues, you know? I know what the issue is now, so I'm just ready to take it on and get over it. And that's pretty much what I'm just trying to do. And I'm trying to stay positive, and that's what my dad kept telling me, was that think positive thoughts. Positive thoughts. And it's really difficult when you're having that kind of pain, but it's what I gotta do. I gotta stay positive. And doing these commentaries, talking about this kind of thing, even if I'm talking to nobody, even if my channel had 1 subscriber and it was me, I feel relieved talking about it. I like speaking my mind to you guys because I really hope that I could be a positive influence on you guys with similar issues. And if you don't have those issues, that's amazing, because it's not fun. It's not fun at all. I envy you. I envy those that do not have those issues, because they're very scary. And unfortunately, I'm thinking back in retrospect and thinking, you know, well, I've kind of had these forever, but now that I'm an adult, and I'm getting older, it's becoming more of a serious issue, because, you know, I'm going to be independent. I'm going to be fully independent one day. Thankfully, I have a really supportive girlfriend as well, and I hope, you know, one day to actually marry her and provide the same support that my parents supported with me, because family's everything. Family is so important. And honestly, I don't know how much I discussed this, but I'm a really private person online. I try to stay private. I try to keep my real info out away from the public eye, and I failed a couple times, but I don't think I can really find much public information on myself when I do Google search my stuff. I do try to be as private as I can, and there's a reason for that. It's because I don't want to put anyone in immediate danger, especially my family, because I love them to death. I would never want, you know, one bad apple out of who watches my YouTube videos or my Twitch channel to even hurt my family, to even think about doing that, to think that they hate me so much that they would come find me or my family and harm them. So I do my absolute best to keep my life out of the public eye. I'm not at all, no freaking way am I at all ashamed of my life. If anything, I'm so grateful for it, and I'm so proud to be my parents' kid. But you gotta understand the boundary limits, you know? And I thank all of you that respect that, because I haven't had an issue with people that have overstepped their boundary. I haven't had any people online approach me, you know, in a really aggressive manner to expose my information. And I really, really appreciate that. That's all I honestly ask, is that you guys, you know, stay honest with me and respect one another. You know, I respect you guys. I try to, you know, give you the content that I think would be relevant to your interest with the channel. I don't try to stray away from it too often, but I appreciate all feedback that comes from these videos. I try to stay as transparent as I can, because I have, you know, I can say I have nothing to hide, but I just said that, you know, I live a private life. I honestly don't have anything to hide, but it comes with the privacy where it could seem like that. I never really assume that someone has something to hide because they want to stay private. There are people out there that just want to live a private life, you know. I don't mind having you guys know I live in Maine. Maine's a big place. It's you're gonna find a lot of Tylers in Maine. I love living here in Maine with my family, and I would just like to stay in a safe environment. And I think you guys respect that, and I respect you guys for respecting that, because takes a lot of responsibility to understand that, and I appreciate you guys very much. We'll continue this talk in the next episode, okay? I'll talk to you guys in the next episode. Have an amazing day. Thank you all so much for watching, and take it easy.